Want to learn the Snowflake UI in just few minutes? Whether you are new to Snowflake or switching from another tool, this is the fastest way to get comfortable with the platform. Hi, I'm Vedant, and in today's quick tour, we will explore the Snowflake Web Interface, popularly known as Snowsight, and help you start using it. This is Snowsight UI and the Snowflake's home dashboard. Once you're on the home page, this will give you a quick overview of your environment, including recently used databases, worksheets, and queries that can be seen here. Under all projects, you can see the recently accessed Snowflake utilities, worksheets, notebooks, if there are any, and streamlets if you have any streamlets in use, and all sort of that things will be listed out here, which are recently accessed by you. On the left hand side, you will see a navigation bar. This is your main control panel. Under here there are many sections to go through. First is the home tab, which will give you an overview, the recently used things, recently accessed Snowflake things. Quick actions can have few things for you, and a search bar. Search is dedicated for searching things from account, marketplace, and documentation. Then the next thing is projects. Project shows all the programming side of things where you write your code and execute it on the Snowflake. So worksheets are there. Worksheets can be of two types. Based on your programming preferences, you can either go with Snowflake worksheet or Python worksheet. Snowflake allows you to create both types of worksheets that are shared with you. So you can share your worksheet with someone else working with you, or someone else can share his worksheet with you. um, Here is how you share the worksheet. So people with link can view and run, or just view your worksheet based on your preferences. You can share that link, and or you invite the people to contribute on your worksheets. This is how a worksheet looks like. This is where you write your code and on execution. So if I just quickly execute this one here, the result of your query will appear under result section. Then you can look for charts if there are any, or if you are performing any visualizing operations, then the charts will be visible. And status column has been shown here. You can copy it. This little icon is to copy whatever is there in the current selected cell. This can be used to maximize the inspector and so on. Also, you can download this particular result after firing a query. So this single row table can be downloaded as CSV, or CSV for Excel, or a tab separated file. So that's possible over there. This is what role you are using for running this worksheet, and this is the compute or virtual warehouse that is attached to your notebook. This is the brief overview. If you want to add a new worksheet, then you're free to select it from SQL worksheet or Python worksheet. Next thing is notebooks. They're all notebooks as you have in Jupyter Notebook or Databricks. This is the overview, the cell, and the code that is written over there. The language can be shifted from this drop down. So you can choose between Python or SQL as your programming language. You can rename this cell, and you can click here to run the cell, or you can control enter or shift enter to jump on the next cell. These buttons will allow you to add a new cell just down this one. If I just hit run for this cell, then first of all my notebook will be in active state, and then the cell will be executed. The green bar shows that cell is executed successfully. This is for notebooks. As of now, I do not have anything in Streamlit apps, but you can create apps under Streamlit. Next are the dashboards. A dashboard also utilizes notebooks and worksheets, the results that are queried within the worksheets to visualize the data. Then there are app packages. I do not have any app packages as of now, but you can start building app packages. And services and jobs. So this is primarily related to container services. You can leverage container services using this. You can connect your Snowflake with Docker and push images for performing a certain task. And the last thing is workspaces. So this is a new addition to the Snowflake, and it primarily gives you in-house code editor or IDE. You can add files over here and you can write your code. This is how workspaces work, and this also allows you to have Git compatibility within your Snowflake. um the next part is data. Data is where all the Snowflake objects resides. Let's jump into this one. We have been given this Snowflake sample data. Within that sample data there are a few schemas. So the hierarchy is the topmost layer in the Snowflake objects is databases. Within database you have schema, and under that schema there are multiple Snowflake objects like tables, views, streams, and so on. So there are multiple factors that come under schema. Just to show you right now, I only have tables for now within my schema. So this is where all the tables are listed. Just like this drop down, you'll have another drop downs for streams, procedures, views, and other Snowflake objects. In another video I'll try to create other popularly known Snowflake objects for the demonstration. Let's have a look into this table. So this is the table. Here you can find the description, which is for now is empty. These are the privileges that are given on the table. You can see the columns that are there within the table and the data preview. It's showing 60 rows. I think the limit is 100, so you can see top 100 rows of the table in the data preview, but this table might have 60 rows in total, so that's why it's just limiting it to 60. This is all the data that is there in this table. Then you can add the data by loading your file into table directly from your local machine. So you can just drag a file and put it in Snowflake. You can use it that way, or you can load it from a stage. There are like internal stages and external stages in Snowflake. We will talk about that in another video. You can use different blob storages or object storages, cloud based object storages to load data into Snowflake. And there are other options to load the data. You can purchase some data, or you can use data from marketplace. That is also an option. The next part is migrations and OpenFlow. These are newly added features, and they are we will talk about it in some other videos. Then the marketplace has it is kind of a app store where you can get a free app or request for an app, or you can pay and use a particular app or a service. It has apps and then private sharing, private studios under it. The next thing is AI/ML. So now Snowflake allows you to have AI/ML workflows for your data, and also there are a lot of new functionalities comes under Cortex Playground. We will talk about this in another video, and this is all about AI and ML. And the last part before the admin section is the monitoring. So monitoring lists all the queries you have run so far. You can take a particular query. There are query details, then the query profile and query telemetry. Query telemetry are the logs that are collected while executing a particular procedure or a query. Query detail will give you when the query started, when it ended, and the warehouse size. Also, duration it took for execute the query on your data. Then the query ID and other things will be there. It will show you what query was performed and the result of that query. So look when we had a look into table, just a table preview, then this query was executed. It was limit to 100 rows, but as I said, that table is just having 60 rows, so it's limited to that. Next thing is query profile. Query profile will show you the tag of how the query was executed, and it will show you the compute house that is in use right now. This is copy history. It will show if any copy into query was run. Task history will give you an overview of the recent task runs. And then the dynamic tables are there. Now traces and logs can also uh, give you monitoring side of things, or how things were there when you execute a particular query. And last thing is the admin section, how much cost you are spending currently, the amount of credits that those were used, and also the pricing, and all of the things will be here under account overview. You can move to consumption just to see how much credits are getting used and what's the per day usage for you. Anomalies is, I think, newly added preview, so it will track your consumption over the days and will visualize it in a graphical way. Budgets, probably you can set some budget for yourself, so you should not exceed a particular bill amount. And yeah, that's that. So here you have warehouses. You can add a warehouse to your Snowflake. This is a warehouse type where you can select size of warehouse based on your workload and requirements. Types are also there, standard or the snowpark optimized. So based on this, you can create your workhouse. This one costs 1 credit per hour because this is the small one, extra small, and this was the extra smaller. But we have other options like medium, which costs 4 credits. Then there are twice x large, and so on. So here you can create a virtual warehouse that will be running your queries. Then this is the compute pool. um, right now we have a single compute pool which is in suspended state, and there are roles and users, so you can invite some user or create new user with the grants that you need for that user, or you can use the least privilege concept over here to limit the access for a particular user. um, then we have accounts. Currently this is the only account that I have. uh, the accounts can be added from here, and this will cost you credits. Next we have security side of things. Then there are some contacts uh, about the organization, the person who is owning this account, and you can of course make modifications over here in the emails and other side of things. Then the last part is billing and terms of the usage. If you want to continue the Snowflake usage even after the trial ends, then you need to add a credit card here. It will probably get verified by deducting some small amount from your card, and once it's verified, um, the monthly charges or the billing or the bills as you go will be deducted from your credit card. Yeah, we are back at our Snowsight homepage, and this was everything about the UI. Hope you like this video, and if you like, then consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more such videos. See you in the next one. Thank you.